flower back in the greenhouse for a little update. The tomato seeds and stuff we put in, I think about a week ago, were germinated, and yesterday I pricked them out. That's the cherry tomatoes, and these are bigger tomatoes. I'll put some monster tomatoes like Coeur de Boeuf in later on, because some of those go outside. There's a little hotbed there that just keeps a warm temperature, which is great. That's some onions, some earlier onions, jalapeno, sweet peppers, that's onions, and that's stonehead cabbage, an early cabbage. And we've got all sorts of stuff there, chilies and Scotch bonnets. I saved a few seeds from some last year, and I'm trying some tiger nuts this year. I have no idea what they're like, but there's a few pots of those I can put in. A couple of courgettes, just doing nicely there. Put those in the tunnel in a few weeks' time. Seed potatoes are there in the light, keeps them, conditions them ready for planting. And if you remember on an earlier video, we made a seed tray and put some broad beans in. Well, these are the follow-ups. There's another couple of trays. The ones that we sowed 10 days ago, whatever it was, are actually in the tunnel now. I'll show you that in just a minute. These lemons and stuff will soon be going out, and the oranges are coming into flower, so they can go out soon, along with the fuchsias. Geraniums are a bit soft, so we better wait to make sure there's going to be no more frost before we put too much out. Some of the fuchsias are actually in flower already. They could do with holding back a bit, but these are Sarah's hanging baskets that will be in the abriary, and they'll be touching the ground come August. Right, over to the tunnel. Here's the broad beans that we were talking about just now in our little homemade tray. They're looking nice and healthy. Put them in the tunnel, it's cooler in here. They will just harden up a bit. There's a bit of salad that we put in, I guess, around September, October time probably. That'll make some pickings for later on. The spinach, perpetual spinach, that just keeps growing and growing. And in the winter in here it will grow all the time. I've put a few early potatoes in there. They do take up a bit of space, but just a small bit like that's fine. They'll be out and eaten by the time we want to put something else in there later on. And here we've got some early spring cabbage that's doing really nicely. It's hearting up. I can't remember exactly when I put the seed in for that, but I would have thought it was October time. And in the time of year when there's nothing much to eat outside and you've dug a garden over, got a nice lot of cabbage, which is supposed to be good for you apparently. I'm just itching to get back in the old garden now with a few trailer loads of horse muck and give it a dig over. You'll be seeing me do that as soon as it's dry enough. And there's something else we can do without. Lemon mole creeping around in the garden again. We'll have to get rid of that. Sometimes when I've got the patience I'll stand here and shoot the buggers, but that's... Otherwise we've got the French traps that are excellent. They've got a little cartridge on the end of a wire and an electric plunger. It doesn't sound very kind, but you put it down in there and sometimes it actually blows them right out of the ground. Excellent machines.